Efren Reyes, 45 years of age, played 5-1-3 in the first round. They were better than that. Some guys got 5 out of 5. 37, 5-3 in his favour in the first round. And a blinding match against Engert. Race to 9 this for a place in the last 16. And, how does the table look for Jim? Steve?
Well, he couldn't have asked for a better start, really. In many ways, you would expect a player of Reyes' experience and obviously breaking every day of his life on the pool table to be able to even get off to a good start. But he's got to get used to the table, understand the anomalies of the new clock. And he's got as much support, Jimmy, here as the Welsh team will have in the rugby coming up this winter. Really has tickled the fancy of the local sports fans here in Cardiff and beyond from the valleys. Oh, it's drifted off.
Tricky little shot there by Jimmy. He was hampered by the 4 ball, and that was always a problem. And these pockets, even though they're big, if you're in the middle of the table, those square the edges of the pocket there can, the jaws can really come into it. Down the rail, those square points actually help you. From the middle of the table, sometimes they don't guide the ball in the pocket. Jimmy White looks like he's got a safety shot on Efren Reyes, but he's given him a dog's chance in a way to get back into this match, into this frame. Kicking off the right cush. Oh, follows in! Step in, Jim! It's always the problem there, but you'd have thought somebody with experience could have sorted that out. Yeah, he was trying to contact the top cushion first, and that would have meant he'd scratch, but early nerves perhaps, or just the way a 9-ball pool game goes. And he can't have been in many, I know he's a genius and a maestro of the game, he can't have been in many atmospheres like this for his pool, Efren Reyes, Steve. No, he can't, and of course, if Jimmy White is to win this game, he's not necessarily going to win it on experience, he's going to win it on the fact that this is the most exciting pool tournament we've ever seen in the world, and the crowd are up for Jimmy White, and Efren Reyes, with all his experience, probably hasn't ever experienced this type of atmosphere. Well, it should be fascinating given that, and the comments on the cloth being very difficult to get your alignment on. It had had a lot of hammer since we started on Saturday when 96 of the best of the world came with Steve Davis. It has had an excellent tournament. Jimmy looking for a place here in the last 16. Two break-offs, two bad break-offs in many ways, and as we keep on saying, the game of 9-ball can be decided on the break. The best players in the world have the best breaks, and so far, 1 each on bad breaks. Yeah, then the role model for the Filipinos, old and young. Not too sure what Jimmy asked for there. If he asked for another cue, that's going to be 4 out there. Yeah. You could build a fence with less wood than Jim's got around him. These 2 balls look lined up for the corner pocket. Efren Reyes has played them. I think it's going to be 1-1. There's no way we would have played for this unless it was on. So look for the 9 shooting down past the pink. Losing control of the white there, losing control of the cue ball. Arms aghast once again, no control in the break-off, and he must be very frustrated, I think, Sid.
You're not supposed to send that white ball forward. The ball was bouncing as it went and hit the one ball. It wasn't centrally on the one ball, and that's why the ball went forward. That is a poor break by Efren Reyes. I think I was talking to somebody, one of the knowledgeable pool players, who said that was the weakest part of Efren Reyes' game, was his break-off. He certainly makes up for it in other departments. Push out from Efren Reyes, putting the 2 ball in a more safe position. Just in case Jimmy decides to put out a good 1 ball, the 2 is now a problem. All of a sudden, Jimmy's looking at the 1 to 9 combination, hoping for something to happen. Oh!
Shot! Oh, it shot the joint! Steve predicted it! Like Moses! Steve was the prophet, Jimmy was the Messiah!
Balls have come funny here for Jimmy White. A ball not going in the pocket. Efren Reyes at the table. Let's have a look at the situation. Doesn't look to be too much of a problem there. He's got a small problem here, Sid, in as far as he goes 2, 3, 4, and then the 5, and then the 6 is blocked by the 7, but that isn't a problem. You know, on a snooker table, yes. On a pool table, he can knock the 6 onto the 7. He can knock the 7 away with the 5. This would appear to a pool player to be, I think, fairly
regulation.
Easy. Yeah, I think so. Although he just had a little moment there, he didn't like it. I don't really know what he doesn't like.
Someone counter this. Getting the last 16 of the World Pool Championships. And just this force past the brown, or intermediate shot on the brown, red brown.
He's got to think about getting back up for the 4. So under normal circumstances, I think he'd probably just like to roll this shot in so he doesn't jam a ball into the jaws. Now he's got to get back up for the 4. He can't play this shot hard, because then he may hit the 7 first and then the knuckle, the point of that cushion, afterwards. So he's too straight on this, really. Oh, that was a tremendous effort. That's pure knowledge. A shot that I don't think we'd understand exactly. He's not perfectly on the 4, but he got a lot further down the table without moving the 7 than I thought he could. But now he's got a problem. He's got to retain position on that 5, but with such a thin cut on the 4, how is he going to stop the white ball from coming back down the table, cannoning into other balls? This is tricky. Perhaps he's going to move the 5.
Well, if it does move, it probably goes in the pocket because of the bump it can get off the 7.
Not lined up like that.
No,
he's overcut it.
Well, how often have we seen that?
The side spin there, make the pot different.
A relatively easy shot.
Pushed that ball out with side spin. The right-hand side, pushing the ball away from the 4, and he overcut that. Jimmy White just has to play a very good positional shot onto this 5. Sensible, leaving distance between the balls.
And he's got a wide pocket where Brown is.
Oh, I don't believe it. The only way you could snooker yourself on that shot was snooking yourself on the point of the middle pocket. He was fortunate in one way, he didn't go in off, but that white ball just travelled and travelled and travelled. Now Jimmy going off 2 cushions to try and knock this 5 in. There's a chance he could get this, but not like that.
But he hit it first!
I think there was a foul on the 7. I think it was a foul on the 7. McKenna called a foul. The 7 just fractionally
second, I thought he hit the orange first. Validated Brown.
Don't think you can brush the number 7 off the ball.
6-6. Race to 9.
Watch how he controls these balls. This is something that only knowledge and experience on a pool table will tell you.
Immense distance from the bridge to the Q-tip. Total control.
We saw a great game between Jim Rempe and Francisco Bustamante, and I thought that was just a superb game of 9-ball pool. When both lads came off the table, they expressed their dissatisfaction with their own standard to some degree, but I was thinking that the winner of that match may possibly go through to the final stages. But I think, looking at the draw, I'm not absolutely sure, but I think looking at the draw, that one of these would have to play Efren Reyes in the semis. And what a lineup that would be, Bustamante versus Reyes. But can Jimmy White pull off a great surprise victory?
7-6 to Efren. Oh! Well.
Birthday present.
To make a legend jump as though he's dancing on hot bricks means Jim has had a psychological impact on this man. Efren Reyes.
Efren Reyes, he's disgusted with his breaking off.
Absolutely.
He shouldn't be giving Jimmy White these chances from his break, and that's been the story of this game.
Clean as a whistle. Bad shot. This has got to be very thin. Into position on the pink 4. Got just about perfect.
Quality control from Jimmy White there. And the tension's getting hot in the room. Dry on the table, that's why it's running so fast. Five balls for 7-all.
And we'd only have 3 to go. And just imagine what would happen in here if Jimmy won it. He'd make a bigger impact on town than Glenn's door.
Jimmy White is no stranger to last rack finishes. Of course, you'll all remember the first ever Mosconi Cup we saw Europe win. Jimmy White had to do the business in that one against Ludovic, and what happened? Jimmy held himself together and went for the finishing line and produced the goods. And of all the snooker players, I think perhaps Jimmy White has the best outlook on this game of 9-ball pool. 7-all.
Jim eager to get in, almost ready to let fly before she removed the... How's he landed? On the 1.
He's got a shot of the 1. He's going to cannon. He's going to cannon into the green 6. Pink 4 in the corner. Jimmy White's got a chance here, even if he doesn't get position on the blue 2, that the blue 2 might be a combination off the 3 into the corner pocket. So as long as... Oh, dear me. Oh, and it's opened up horribly for Jimmy White now.
Efren Reyes. Thin cut.
Efren Reyes has got a fairly... just hit that near jaw. Efren Reyes going to try and play between the 5 and the 8 for position, but just about got away with that. Quite a window there.
Blue 2, red 3, quite easy. Pink 4's gone. Loads of options. Oh, nice nudge up, yeah.
Clever shot there from Efren Reyes. Very rarely do you see a pool player cannon into another ball. They prefer to draw away from a ball, keep the table open. Efren Reyes is a master when it comes to keeping those balls under control. And the all-important 15th rack may well be going Efren Reyes' way.
Doesn't hold it as loosely at the back as Bustamante does. Hand firm.
A little bit of concern there with Efren Reyes potting that ball, a bit more body movement than we've seen from him on some shots, but it went nicely into the pocket. Those eyes look focused.
This replaced that last 16. This match is looking good for 8-7, and he'll break off.
disgusted. Efren Reyes can't believe what's happened on his break-off.
A sharp-tongued Bloodwin has just shouted out, "Come on, Jim, punish him," in the accent of the valleys. I think that's the punishers.
Jimmy would love
that
to.
shot says
Jimmy
it all.
would just love to. Done a bit of punishing in his time on a snooker table, Jimmy White. Oh no.
Was that brave or reckless, Steve?
Don't ask me, I'm a snooker player, Sid. It was a tough shot. It was a tough shot to play. But you only need one good shot and you're in position at this game. So Jimmy White's philosophy, if I get that one good shot, I'm off and running. Now what can Efren Reyes do? Or is he too close to the two? He's landing on the two.
Very, very close.
Well, that's the only, one of the few ways you can lose position in this game is by landing straight on top of a ball. And Efren Reyes looks to the sky there, thinking, why on earth did I play that at that speed? Anything else would have been okay, but that speed, why that speed? Screwing his face up,
and I've got
talking to himself.
Feeling that the talking to himself is not exactly praying.
He's far enough away from this blue too, though, that he's...
Knowledge that he knew that would go into the cushion on the line it was in, and he cheated the pocket.
Panic stations for Jimmy White. The 5 and the 9, when we look back at the table, the 5 and the 9 is a combination shot. Jimmy White knows he may well be within 2 shots now of going out of this World 9-Ball Championship. It will be sad for the tournament. Understandable, he's playing one of the greatest 9-ball players that's ever held a pool cue. But I'm sure the whole of Britain hopes that Efren Reyes does not get on this 5-ball and knock the 9 in.
See the pressure on the legend there, breathing heavily.
He didn't play it. He didn't play to do it. I think he's made a mistake.
That's
a massive mistake.
To be a foot further up the table for the plant.
He didn't play the combination. He played to try and knock this 5 out. He didn't play the way I would have played. I thought the combination was shot. He's got a wrong kiss. He tried to kiss that orange 5 from behind, not on the side. He's thinking, this game just drives you mad. He's thinking, why on earth didn't I play it another way? Now he's got to change his mentality on this strike. Safety or continue attacking? Can I develop this ball with a double? Can I bank it? Well, do I play safe?
And one of the world's greatest ever putters is behind him. Or is he gonna? This is a safety shot. Oh, that's vicious what he's done behind the brown.
I've got to say he made the right choice, but he's given Jimmy White a chance he shouldn't have had. If I was Jimmy White here, I'd smack this 5 as hard as I could. I'd... Get in! Yes! All right! The crowd's on their feet! The commentators are on their feet! Steve Davis's scientific advice was given a bash! And look at that for bashing! Oh my goodness! Gracious me! He was so close to getting a great leave on the 2. He's got more balls in than there's on the table. Best break, one of the best breaks of the tournament. He's a big smile. Pleased. This is exciting. This is so exciting. There's probably some cliches to come out with. I can't even think of them. Leave it to me, pal. No time for cliches. What a moment. Jimmy with the shot of the tournament. He's got to play safe. I think he's got to play safe, Sid. Get behind that clump of 3 balls down there. Well, you wouldn't believe it. A legend of the game. Boss of the Philippines team, Efren Reyes. Oh, my goodness! What a time!
top of his list.
Jimmy White.
Magic stuff.
Jimmy White trying to get my nickname of interesting. He's played a sensible shot. And I think he may have paid a few dividends here. I thought for a split second that Efren Reyes could play the long bank and perhaps use that 5-ball down there to play a double there, but there is the chance, as you can see, the blue 2 off the side cushion up there. But I think, look at that wobbly line there, but I don't think the shot's on. He's got to hit it fairly hard, and it's going to go in. It may be the 3.
World Pool Championships. Oh, that is an amazing shot!
Great shot, but he's close on the 3. He cannot believe he's close on the 3. That was a tremendous, that was fantastic. That really
shot
was
of a genius.
Shot. He played that with right-hand side, and there was a reason he did that. Just wish I knew what it was. Now, is he too close? Is this a judgment shot? Could he misjudge this into the middle pocket? Or will Efren Reyes use all his experience to just cut it in and stay on the 5? Well,
we've seen some awfully tight knuckle shots. It's so easy to hit the point. Deciding rack of the match, whatever happens, this replace in the last 16.
There's the trophy he wants to keep in that tournament. Like to fill that bowl up with champagne. May lose all your prize money in one go.
Well,
if he wins this, he deserves it. It was a great judgment to knock that ball in. This is tough.
Middle of the pocket from there, from a short
quality shot. He just didn't panic. He stroked that in. He knew it was a stroke shot. He knew he had to play it. It was with side spin. He just stroked it in, cool and calm under pressure. One of the legends of the game is 3 balls away from knocking Jimmy White out.
But what a belter. Particularly the orange bank to 9 to pull it level at 8 apiece.
No, nothing wrong all night, Jimmy White, really, from a snooker playing point of view. But even so, Efren Reyes has managed to get out of jail here. And full credit to a great master on a 9-ball pool table, a great cueist. And I don't think Jimmy White will be too disappointed. He's come very close to beating
the
Efren
one
Reyes.
cushion set up to put paid to Jimmy White's purple patch. But what a match, particularly how Jimmy got level. This for the match. Efren Reyes, a very relieved man to dispose of Jimmy White, who produced a shot of a genius. The crowd standing to both of them. They cheered on Jimmy to the echo. What a match!
So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed the action from the International Arena here at Cardiff on day 6. We're back, of course, very soon, so I hope you can join us next time. In the meantime, from everyone, it's goodbye for now.